So with 4 points in 2 games, it's safe to say that very early results for JT Miller with the New York Rangers have been positive. However, I personally, as a Rangers fan, can't help but feel like it's too little too late. We're going to recap the last 2 games, but for context, a lot of New York Rangers fans were right back on the wagon with the start of 2025. The team had points in 10 straight games, but I was ringing the alarm still because it was one of our easiest stretches of the schedule, and by the end of January, things were getting harder. The Rangers would proceed to lose 3 straight games against the Avs, the Hurricanes, and yesterday the Bruins, and I personally would put their playoff odds at not good. They're 5 points out from the wild card with a single game in hand, but realistically right now in the East, there are 6-7 teams competing for 2 spots, and it's very unlikely the Rangers are able to pass the Devils in the Metro. Last night's game against the Bruins was just very 2024-25 New York Rangers. I thought JT Miller was clearly the best player on the ice, but in the second especially, the Rangers defensively were nearly unwatchable. Ryan Lindgren, quite frankly, has been brutal. I know he's a warrior who's given up a ton for the Rangers, but put simply, he's awful. He just is. He does not pass the eye test, and the advanced stats when he's on the ice are just brutal. I turned the Bruins game off after the second yesterday afternoon, but the forward core of the Rangers also seemed to have trouble keeping up with Boston's more high-tempo play, which is surprising. The Rangers on paper have a stronger forward group. Anyway, I thought the Rangers were better in today's game against Vegas. I'm really actually happy with how Zibanejad has been playing alongside JT Miller. Miller, again, probably the best Rangers player on the ice, and at this point, with things in such dire straits, I don't mind the passion, even if it does turn fiery. Also, shout out to Will Cooley, maybe the biggest hit of the season on Petro. So big, in fact, that I think the temporal shockwave of the hit probably caused Petro to preemptively drop out of 4 Nations. Anyway, very Ranger start to this one. They've given up so many first period goals this year, and on the power play with Quick screened, Vegas would go up 1-0, 18 seconds left. Rangers would respond right at the beginning of the second, though. Beautiful passing play from Fox to Laugh, but 10 minutes left in the second. Relatively harmless-looking wrist shot. Vegas goes up 2-1. This was quick in nets, but I will say Rangers goaltending has not been great. Igor, especially in his last 3 starts, just not what you want. He let in 14 goals on 72 shots. That's an 800 save percentage. Not excellent. Anyway, maybe the thing I'm most excited about with the Rangers is JT Miller on the power play. The power play has been at times anemic. Zibanejad would tie it off 2 off a shot by JT Miller 5 minutes into the third. The Rangers kept pressure on right after that goal, which was great to see. The Miller-Zibanejad line looks like it might be really deadly. Honestly, with Panarin's passing, Zibanejad's shot, and JT's physical presence, I could see that line being very, very effective. It'd actually be a different Miller who would score the goal finally, though. Keandre, they'd go on to add 1 on the power play for a 4-2 win. The other big story for this one has to be Jonathan Quick joining the 400 win club, the first U.S. goalie to do so. So big congrats to Quick, just an incredible goalie, obviously a Hall of Famer, right up there with Richter and others as best American goalie ever, but either way, a good team win. The Rangers have 3 games remaining before the 4 Nations break. They play the Bruins, the Penguins, the Blue Jackets. All 3 of these teams are in the wildcard race. The game against Columbus I consider to be a must-win, but if they go 1 of 3, I don't know. I don't have much hope for the season. I will say it is remarkable that the Rangers still, despite their record, have only a -4 goal differential. It does give me some hope that if they can start playing 15% better and get a little better goaltending, that they might be able to sneak into the playoffs, and with a defensive pickup at the deadline, anything is possible. But that's all I've got. Let me know your thoughts below. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, and if you want more content, there's a new basketball, football, and hockey video on screen right now. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.